Dogs, cats and rabbits have long been seen as a top choice for a home pet and have been proven to help with mental health. But what about the unconventional, stigmatised and quirky animals? The ones you wouldn't look at twice in a pet show? Could pigeons, rats and snakes truly be as good as companions despite the prejudice against them? Pigeons. You can't walk through England without seeing them. Some would call them vermin, but that's not what the Stringfoot Superheroes group believes. They have been set up in Nottingham, dedicated to saving pigeons from hardships. That may include birds with entangled feet or an injured wing. Co-founder Willow Phoenix Murphy started looking after them as a feathered friend, but realised they make a great companion too.
I took one in one day that everyone was saying just it was vermin, don't take it, and I just kind of fell in love with the pigeon, and it started there. They make such a difference, especially if you are struggling. They're amazing little pets, they're great to help, they're always great to watch. I love setting them up little enclosures with lots of stuff to do and seeing them do all that with all the enrichment they need. They don't get the love and care they deserve. They served us in the war, and it's time for us to serve them and help them and try and change people's mind on how they feel about them.
Her husband Michael Murphy has found the birds can be influential to helping Willow with her mental well-being too.
I mean, it's already a known thing that animals in general can help with mental health. A lot of it is changing the view, how people see specific animals. My wife in particular finds this a means to help her connect with the community and actually talk to people. As she's got an anxiety disorder, she finds it very difficult to do that on a normal basis. When we got into the rescue and dealing with the Stringfoot group here, it's more she needed to communicate with more people to help get them involved, but she was having difficulties doing that. But because it was for the animals that were helping her, it helped her open up. Pigeons, they will come to you if you and allow you to feed them and trust you, so long as you don't try to hurt them. Elephant in the room is also rats. Yeah, there's downsides for rats.
But is there? Have rats actually been misunderstood all along? Here at the Midlands Rat Club, rodent lovers come together to judge the fuzzy creatures in a number of areas, ranging from fur to weight, with some awards given simply to the cutest of the lot. But this isn't the only reason people come to the event. They see it as a way to socialise with fellow rat lovers and say that by spending time surrounded by the sneaky squeakers, their mental health dramatically improves.
Communities like this, we celebrate being different. Rats are very different. Some people, they hear the word rat and go, ugh, rats, they're pests, they're horrible. And it's just brilliant to have that community there that you can look forward to seeing. I know I have anxiety and depression, and being able to walk into my house at the end of the day and have my rats greet me, and they're just not judgmental. They're just there. I didn't have rats when I was first diagnosed. It was during COVID, so it was really dark time for a lot of people, and I got on medication, and then I met my partner, and that was brilliant. I've got a new someone in my life, and then he introduced me to the rats, and it was like I've now got 7 new someones in my life that are happy to see me every day, and they want to spend time with me, and it was just a real confidence booster that I have someone there that was looking forward to seeing me. And it also meant that I had that responsibility. I knew I had to get out of bed in the morning because I had to feed the rats. I knew I had to clean them every week and make sure that they were okay, and it really meant that I put a structure and routine in place, and that really helped my mental health as well. You just bond with that rat, and it feels like you and them are connected. It's really brought just some light and just happiness into my life. It's brilliant, and my mental health has gone from 0 to 100.
And for others, rats can play a crucial role in providing care for them when they lose a loved one.
My daughter started out struggling with her mental health when she was about 12, and she was desperate to have a pet of her own. We had 3 dogs at that point, but that wasn't enough. So I sort of said I knew the perfect animal because I'd had rats when I was younger. So we got the rats and they were amazing, absolutely amazing. It's sort of, I don't know, a lot of people know, but rats are one of the very few truly empathetic animals, so they've been scientifically proven to be truly empathetic. She would just basically get a rat and she'd go and snuggle, and it just really helped calm her down massively. Very sadly, she didn't unfortunately get the help she needed until too late, so she did take her life in 2019 when she was 14. She was a massive part of this club, and they actually, even after she died, asked if she could have a cup in her name. And it was a place that she could be her, especially when she was struggling more with her mental health. She felt everywhere else she had to wear a mask, and it was the one place who would accept her, just for her. For me, with my PTSD, following what happened, they've been amazing. They've been absolutely amazing. And it's a nice thing that it's something that we already did together, that I can continue that with her.
But why do humans form such close relationships with their pets? Research shows that 98% of pet owners worldwide experience at least one specific health benefit from their pets. Psychologist Chanel Hemley sheds light on the reasons behind this.
Pets contribute to mental well-being in many different ways on an emotional, social and biological level. If somebody's got anxiety, they're going to be in quite a hyper-aroused state. And so when they have a pet, it's grounding them, it's making them come into the present moment rather than caught up with overthinking and worries. If someone's got depression, then that's a very withdrawn and quite isolated condition, and having an animal helps them keep connected. And what it does to the central nervous system is that it brings them out of that parasympathetic system into the sympathetic system, so it just calms everything down. On a social level, obviously they're connecting. Your brain will predominantly fall into three core emotional states: drive state, threat state and a soothing state. And in our modern world, our 21st century, a lot of people are operating from a very drive state, a very motivated, doing, active state, getting goals, moving, but too much of that, it can lead to overwhelm and drop into a threat state, which is to do with fight, flight, and freeze. And those are our two predominant states, and they link to our hormones and our way of thinking. But what we've found is that animals, especially dogs, all sorts of animals really, they will move you into your soothing state because there's no threat there. There's nothing to be concerned about. A pet is a neutral, non-judgmental, innocent creature. So a person is going to let down their guard because they're feeling that acceptance. And so that rebalances your three core emotional systems.
Animal therapy has become an alternative approach to improving mental health. Charlotte Dimid founded DB Animal Therapy, creating a mobile petting zoo that travels around the Midlands to support people's well-being. The idea emerged after she experienced a tragic loss.
I started the company about 5 years ago. I'd actually gone through quite a personal tragedy at home where I'd lost my daughter, and I felt like I couldn't connect with people anymore, but my animals were really helping me. And when I was with them, I felt so much calmer, my anxiety and my depression was less. And I thought, if this could help me, it could help a lot of other people as well. And that's where the idea came from. And at the time, I was working part-time in a care home. And I said, could I bring a few of my animals in? And I saw straight away the benefits that it was bringing to the home. It was bringing joy. You could see people's face light up. There was people actually reaching out to the animals. They really wanted to be involved. And that's how the business started. I mean, I've always had animals. They don't judge you. It's like an unconditional love. If you treat them right, they treat you right. And it is different to when you're around humans. I feel like there is a lot of judging, and especially with what I was saying about with my tragedy, how low I was, a lot of people felt so awkward around me, and I felt like I couldn't connect with people. But with the animals, it was just a genuine nice feeling to have them around me, and it did definitely lift my spirits. I think a lot of people enjoy to be around animals, but it specifically can help people that are low in spirit, low in mood, maybe people that feel isolated, a bit lonely. It's a nice company. and it lifts people's mood. I think it really helps with if you're feeling depressed, you know, a little bit low, you spend your time with the animals, it releases all the hormones, your happy feeling. I think like 15 minutes with stroking animals, it's a great boost to you.
Animals can become a therapist, a friend, and even part of a family. And for Kerry May Ashton, collecting snakes became her community.
I did used to not like snakes, but everything changed. When I met, I think she was between 15 and 20 foot Burmese python, and then that was it. I was in love. Watching them, you just think that it's just so peaceful and beautiful. To see nature in an animal, exploring, doing what they would do out in the wild, but having the joy of it being actually right in front of you. It's just an amazing thing to watch, especially to have one from literally coming out of an egg to it being fully grown. It's just great, and it just gives you something to look forward to. Like, I need to go and look after this today, and then I will sit and I literally have a conversation with the snakes, and then I'll be like, oh right, I'll come and talk to you later, and then makes me feel like I'm a bit mad because I'm talking to them, but then at the same time they need to also know that they can trust me.
However, Kerry recently lost a significant part of her collection, with more than 40 of her reptiles dying due to an infection. Despite this, she remains focused on her love for snakes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a downer, and it's kind of knocked me back a lot, but then I'm like, I've got something to focus on because I need to make sure they're okay. I get told I'm crazy. Why have you got so many? I have to laugh because at work I get called Medusa. I like my reptiles, and that will never change.
Despite the stigma, these pet guardians believe that any animal can become a lifelong companion, offering light during their darkest moments. Whether it's pigeons, rats or snakes, these owners believe you should think twice before passing judgment.